One of the defense-related issues, I don't know whether you've been covering it or not, is I read that there's a Republican congressman from Georgia, Randy Forbes, who is on armed services,
yes.
Correct?
He's from Virginia.
Virginia,
yes.
I'm sorry. I said Georgia. Virginia, right. And he's not happy with the fact that the Republican Party is considering maybe supporting a couple of Republican candidates for Congress who happen to be gay.
Right. And it's been an ongoing issue, but it just became public this week. I reported the story with a fellow Politico reporter, Jake Sherman. Became public this week that he's been urging his Republican colleagues not to support gay Republican candidates.
Only because they're gay, right?
I believe so. It may be because of their support for gay marriage. It's unclear, and he hasn't explained exactly what his issue is.
Yeah, and so what is he saying? That as a party, this should be our position, right? We won't support any gays?
Well, what he said to me on Capitol Hill is that he has no problem with individual Republicans supporting and donating to their gay candidates. What he has a problem with is members being asked or forced to donate. And that happens mainly through the NRCC, the National Republican Congressional Committee. House Republicans pay dues. Ultimately, tens of millions of dollars go to this organization, and they support congressional candidates across the country. And so it looks like they're expected to support at least 2 openly gay Republican candidates if those candidates are successful in their primaries.
San Diego, I know.
Yes, Carl DeMaio out in San Diego. And then
the
other one is Richard Tassai in Massachusetts. And both are trying to unseat incumbent Democrats.
So, by the way, what you indicated is true. Democrats have to do the same thing. There's a Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, a National Republican Congressional Campaign Committee, and they are required, in addition to raising money for their own campaigns, they do raise money. They're told how much money they have to raise for their joint committee.
Right.
And that joint committee is the one that goes out then and recruits and supports Republican or Democratic candidates around the country.
Right.
So that's what he's opposed to. Are there any openly gay Republican House members now?
Not that I know of.
I can't think of one either. I mean,
Right.
There's several Democratic candidates.
Right. Now, in 2012...
Democratic members of Congress. I'm sorry, Jared Polis from Colorado. Blanking on my friend from California. We had Barney Frank, of course, no longer there.
Now, in 2012, Richard Tassai...
Mark Takano, I was thinking of California.
Richard Tassai, who's the openly gay Republican who's running in Massachusetts, he ran in 2012, and he had support from House Speaker John Boehner and other top Republicans. And Boehner actually went out there and campaigned for him.
So what is Boehner saying about Randy Forbes?
So he was asked yesterday at a press conference about this issue, and he said that he does believe that the Republican Party should support their gay candidates.
Well, good for John Boehner, right?
So the party leadership has spoken on this issue, and the NRCC issued a similar statement.
Oh, well, they're supporting the female candidates and gay candidates. Geez, welcome to the 21st century, I guess. Yeah, maybe someday they'll support an African-American candidate, too. I don't know.